Hey, what's going on? Just thought I'd touch on some things since it came zipping across my desk. My little, so somebody said, you don't have a desk. I do now. I do now. I do now. My cousin got me a desk, and it fits onto my car steering wheel. So now I've got a desk. So I guess you trolls fail again, thanks to my cousin. You trolls fail again. Sharpie, now go lay down. Now it's too warm to be running around it. It actually got warm in the car today, and I had to crack a window for him. I cracked a window for him, and he won't go back here and sit by it. Whatever. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. Edgar Casey came across, zipping across my desk again, and so I thought I would remark on Edgar Casey's prophecies about the end times and whatnot. And one of the things that Casey said was that humanity's actions would cause physical disturbances. Here, back up, son, back up. You gotta back up. There you go. Now you're good. You're getting over here where it's too damn hot. It's too hot up here in the front. It's a lot cool. It's 10 degrees cooler back here in the back. Anyways, Edgar Casey said that man's own actions would be the cause of the disturbances, the physical earth changes. And so I got to thinking about that, and I thought, well, what's the major event that mankind has done? Well, obviously, ancient Rome would be the biggest of them all, because I mean, look at what ancient Rome did. It conquered most of the known world at the time. They built all kinds of roads, aqueducts, and some of the things they did actually benefited mankind, but unfortunately, when it comes to religion, they enslaved mankind by creating monotheism, something that something that Pharaoh Akhenaten tried to do in Egypt, and he got run out on a rail. Unfortunately, Rome succeeded in where Pharaoh Akhenaten failed. Rome succeeded and ended up enslaving mankind in this monotheism that we have today: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, in that order, by the way. So we've got this monotheism, and that's the only major significant thing that I can think of, because I mean, look at the world. Is paganism in charge of the world? And hell no. Monotheism is. Polytheism is not in charge of this world.
Hello?
Monotheism is. And
Hello?
who created monotheism? Ancient Rome did. Ancient Rome created monotheism. There's no denying that. Ask any credible archaeologist, they will tell you, yeah, Rome did it. If they're honest.
Yeah, I'm wrestling with my cat. Somehow I got muted. I swear, wrestling with her is like wrestling with a toddler. I love you too. How you doing today, Todd? This man is so ignorant. He thinks he knows so much about history. He knows nothing. Hands down, the dumbest son of a bitch on the face of the planet.
With you. If they're honest with you, they'll tell you. Anyway, the point being is that so we've got we've got monotheism in charge of this world currently, and according to Edgar
Hey,
Cayce,
Blue. Hey,
the
Freddie.
fact that monotheism is in charge of the world
Hey,
is
Tinta.
literally what will cause the earth changes to occur. Now, the video goes into detail about that, and I'm sure Casey probably went into detail about it himself, but I don't have it in front of me right now because in order to put something in front of me, I would have to pause this. And if I pause it, if I leave this for any reason, it just stops the video. And it's like, well, shit. So I have to go from, my thinking here. Because
no problem,
I watched the
Freddie.
video
How
early
you
this
doing
morning.
today, brother?
And but the gist of it is that I believe monotheism is going to be the cause of all these earth changes because the earth itself knows that monotheism is a lie. I mean, what happened to the Zoroastrians or Zoroastrians, whichever way you wish to pronounce them? I got laughed at because I pronounced them a particular way. But then I found out, oh, wait, you can pronounce them any fucking way you want. So fuck you, trolls. But anyways, Zoroastrian, Zoroastrian, however you wish to call them, because they were into monotheism too there for a while. But I think even they went back to paganism because monotheism just doesn't work, man. It just doesn't have it, man. It ain't got it. Anyways, so I am a firm believer that monotheism has to be destroyed in order to prevent what Casey has foreseen.
You know what I believe? I believe you're the most ignorant son of a bitch on the face of the planet, and the dumbest, the laziest, the most self-centered, the dumbest. And I don't say that lightly. I've met some dumb people in my travels. Some really dumb, lazy people in my travels. But you really take the taco, pal.
Absolutely convinced of it. And we know this to be true because, the vast majority of monotheism is BS anyway. Even the Gnostic Gospels came out and said, wait a minute. The good portion of Christianity is fake as a $3 bill, especially the part of original sin, which we do not have. Nobody does. Nobody's got original sin. There is no original sin, folks. So if you're sitting there running around thinking you're going to go to hell in a handbasket, literally, well, no, you're not. Because there is no original sin. Of course, if there is no original sin with it, then we don't need a Messiah. And if we don't need a Messiah, we don't need an Antichrist. And if we don't need an Antichrist, we don't have to worry about heaven because Jesus himself in the Bible says heaven's in you. If heaven is not a physical place that you go to, heaven is within you. Heaven is within you. It is not a physical place that you go to. And the Gnostic Gospels flesh that out even more. But Jesus said it in the Bible too. And the thing that Jesus said that everybody keeps glossing over, you will do greater things than me because I go to my Father. Well, now, wait a minute. First of all, if he's going back to his Father, wouldn't he merge with his Father and become part of the source? Because his Father is the source.
I don't know. What is it like? I don't know what it's like to be walking around and being the source of constant ridicule. I don't think I'd like it. I don't think I'd like it a lot. To be ridiculed and mocked because I'm stupid and I have crackpot beliefs that I share with anybody that's willing to stand still long enough and listen. Now I've got crazy ideas, but I keep them to myself.
according to Gnostics. So if he's going back to his father, he's going to merge with his father and become part of the source.
Hey,
again,
see-through
right?
gypsy.
Yeah. Just like Sophia. Because Sophia was part of the source, and then she kind of broke away. All right, so if he's going back to the source, and he says, greater works than these shall you do, because I go to my Father, I go back to the source, and I become part of the source again. So what's he implying? He's implying that you will be a Christ. You will be a Messiah. You will be God, if you will, manifested in flesh. And, now some people might think that's sacrilegious. Some people might say that's blasphemy. Not really. Not when you sit down and you think about it. Because in order to truly progress Jesus Christ's teachings, you would have to be a Christ, or you would have to be superior to Christ in order to propagate his teachings. You would have to be. Otherwise, it's not going to work, right? Because what's the first thing somebody's going to do? Well, show us a sign. I mean, they were saying that even in the Bible. It says, show us a sign. And Jesus said, y'all looking for a sign, and you won't see a sign except the times of the end, the times of Noah coming back. And so that was kind of scary. But I think he said that scared the shit out of him personally. But whatever. Anyway, the point is, in order to produce Christ consciousness, which is what we're really talking about. In order to produce Christ consciousness, you would have to be a Christ. You would have to, and so okay. Well, the Bible doesn't tell us how to become a Christ. It doesn't, does it? No. It tells us how to follow Christ.
It's because you're not a Christ. You're not a God. Oh my God. You know what? You're dumb.
But it doesn't tell us how to be a Christ, even though Jesus did allude to it a little bit. So you have to go to the Gnostics, and you have to read the Gnostics to figure out what a Christ is. A Christ is a melding of your mind.
Now, yeah.
So you have the good and the evil merging together.
Now, I've done tons of stupid things, but I'm not a stupid person. I don't know how a stupid person feels. I know how a loser feels because I've done some losery things before. I'm not a loser now. I'm sort of a loser, but not really. I don't know.
To become one source. A little miniature version of the source, is what you would be. And then once you have controlled your dark side, or your good side, if the case may be, but once you've conquered both sides, the good and the bad, the dark and the light, then you achieve what is called gnosis. All right, and then you pursue higher knowledge.
I have no clue. No clue,
and
Tanta.
Once you do that, then you would become a Christ. You would have a Christ conscious. Then you could do what Jesus said. You could speak to that mountain, be thou removed and cast into the sea, and it would have to leave. It would have to. Because you've achieved gnosis. You've achieved Christ consciousness. You have achieved what Jesus told you to do. Because that's what Jesus was telling you to do. That's what he was telling you to do. Because remember, he said, greater works than these shall you do. What works? The works that Jesus was doing. Walking on the water, making water into wine, healing the sick, raising the dead, telling the mountain, get thee hence, telling demons to go away.
Thank you, Blue.
All these things that Jesus did, you would do if you learn to control both hemispheres, the light and the dark, the good and the bad, the left and the right, into one solid, cohesive unit, which would be a little miniature version of the source, because that's what it would be. And then once you achieve that, then you've achieved gnosis. You achieved where you need to be in order to progress. So, my thinking is that Edgar Casey's warnings about earth tremors and shit like that, the destruction of the planet, at least the surface thereof, would be predicated on the fact that we need to get away from monotheism as quickly and expertly as possible. That would be my thinking, because monotheism is the only thing I can think of that is large enough to cause earth changes to occur. And I can tell you, I like I said, man, I was an evangelical for 20 years. What I hear in the church, oh man, the devil just beat me upside one side down
Exactly,
the other.
see-through tip.
But wait a minute. If that's happened, then is Christianity not effective? Yeah, it's not effective. Or the devil wouldn't be able to do that, right? He wouldn't be able to do that. In control of the earth or not. Which is kind of funny because, they say the devil's in control of the earth. Well, if you read the Gnostics, you find this dude called the demiurge. Who the hell's the demiurge? The demiurge is one that sets himself as a Christian God, even though he isn't. Jesus' God, Jesus' Father, is called the Source, a being of pure energy, pure light, pure love. That is the Source. And so, obviously, Jesus' Father, Jesus' God, is not the same God as the demiurge. It is not the same God of the Jews. It's not the same God of anything. Okay, so the God of this earth, the demiurge, is both God and devil. He's both God and devil. And so as a result of that, it doesn't matter what you do, you're still screwed anyway. So what you have to do is you have to have knowledge, gnosis, that the source, Jesus' Father, is the true God, not the God of this earth, not the God that created all of this bullshit that's around us. And if you hang in there, I'll give you another video here that's going to kind of prove just how fake this world really is.
Really? Is it about as good as the rest of the videos that you put out? Then it's going to have about as much proof as the rest of them do, huh?
Because the next video I'm going to tell you about is going to blow your fucking mind.
Whoop whoop, deviant!
It's going to blow your fucking mind, man. Even though I'm not on my PC, I'm still going to be able to blow your fucking mind. Because I'm going to point you to stuff that's just going to absolutely, you're not going to have an excuse. You're not going to have anything. Anyways, my thinking is that that's the only major thing that humanity has done is monotheism perpetrated by ancient Rome, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And so we need to get the hell away from monotheism completely. Do away with it completely. Otherwise, the physical earth changes that Edgar Casey spoke about will come to pass. Okay, you follow? So, and I obviously don't want that. I think that's a bad idea. I think that's a bad thing. So, we need to work on getting as far away from monotheism as possible. And I just happen to have the solution. The solution would be freedom religion, where you can absolutely be free. There's only 4 rules. Don't harm yourself, don't harm others, don't violate someone's rights, and don't piss off the gods and goddesses. If you can handle those 4 rules, you got it.
In my community, there's only one fucking rule. Don't be a dick. That covers everything. And I think it's a very good rule. If you're caught being a dick, you're out.
You got it made, bro. So, yeah, absolute freedom. No dogma, no drama. Absolute freedom. And so, yeah, the 3 things, no dogma, no drama, and absolute freedom. 3 things. So, let's all endeavor to get away from monotheism as quickly as possible, so that
the
earth
you do,
changes
Freddie.
that Casey spoke about will not come to pass. Capiche?
Oh,
right.
Shut up.
Now, I get set up for my other video that I'm going to tell you. Peace.
Okay, let's see. Does Dum Dum have anything? Oh no. A little update. Did we do that already? No, we haven't done that.
I'll tell you what, folks. Life can change at the drop of a hat. I'll tell you that. Hi, Kathy. How you doing? Corey, what's up, man? What's up, Brian? How you doing? What's up, Kathy? Yes, yes, yes. Kinkins, what's up? Kinskins. Hey, Chris Exposed, what's up? I should give you mods. You're cool. Roxy, what's up? Yeah, you had to get Roxy because I know Roxy. That's fucking cyberpunk shit, man. You gotta get mods. Oh my God, so many cool people coming in. Damn, Danny, what's up? What's up? What's up? Drunken peasants trying to get you to come on. I would, yeah, I'll do it. I just gotta, I got a lot of people that that I want to talk to. There's a lot going on right now, a lot up in the air, certain things, and whoa. Live free. That's right, Butt Chug. Welcome. Shout out, please. Graham Dolph. What's up? Oh, I'm staying free, motherfucker. Denmark. What's up, Denmark? I saw Auntie up in my emails. Well, now that I'm free, it's like, well, maybe I'll talk to her. I just didn't get a chance to. But you know what? I don't think I need any more of that. I don't need any more, something special from a female. I don't think I need that for sure. Because, man, my future that I see in front of me is like a supernova of brightness that's so fucking bright. And when you see me come back, because I'm probably going to go away to rehab for don't know how long. But I'm going to get my shit straight. I'm getting on good meds. And the girl that gave me this shirt, that's where I'm going. New life, man. Totally new fucking life. With a girl that wants to fucking live life and not bed rot and die because she's decided that her life is over. And who is that? That's Shanny for Christ. Yep. Shanny decided that a spirit of death makes more sense to her than living in the Holy Spirit. And that's just a fact. Am I saying that Shanny is of
Hey,
the
Joe
devil?
Murphy.
No. I'm saying that Shanny is severely mentally ill. And even me, somebody she says that she loves, she can't find it in her heart to pick herself up. She just can't do it. So the situation is this. I've talked to Shanny a couple times.
You know what? He just made a really good point there. Remember how many times have I said that she's given up? How many times have I said it's almost like she's just given up? She has. She has given up. I've said that a million fucking times. He wants somebody that wants to live life. But I'd like to know how you're going to live work and you don't bring in any money. I'd like to know how that's going to happen. I don't see that happening personally.
times now on the phone.
Hey, Unicorn Blow.
And I made it clear to her that we can make this work. I'll try and be your caregiver, but in terms of a romantic relationship, I am not doing it because I want to go elsewhere. I have other plans for that. And simply she said, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That was her main response. So let's just say, understanding what's going on in her mind, which is, I'll listen to what you think, Jason, but I don't care how you feel about this. We are still going to be in a relationship. Yeah, no. That's where my inner guy goes, that's bullshit. So what does that mean? I have to take the steps that I have to take to get myself well. That's number one. So when she shows back up here, which I'm not sure when that's going to be, it could be tomorrow early, it could be tomorrow at some time tomorrow, or it could be some other day. I'm not sure. Okay? When she shows up here, I am immediately calling the ambulance for myself. And I'm getting in the back of that motherfucker, and I'm going to go get rehab for a while. Okay? Because my mental health is in no place that I should be just flying solo in a weird situation. Let's put it that way. Okay? So
Yeah, I know.
Shani's
That's
probably going to be
weird.
here. She'll probably do content and stuff. You know, she said to me she really wants to focus on her YouTube channel when she gets out.
Well, ladies, you. Well, ladies, here's your chance. Go get him.
And I told her about the Carrie interview, and she said, well, fine, I can do my own Carrie interview too. So you guys are going to get some good content, I'm sure, when she comes back, okay? So, but I wanted to give you a little update here for the Shani fans too, you know? Because contrary to what you're going to believe when you see my future and what it looks like, you're going to think that I hate the woman, and I don't. I don't hate Shani even a little. Okay? I had to stop looking at chat because if I keep chatting with you guys, I'll never talk about what I want to talk about. So I'm sorry. I'll do a stream sometime soon where I'm just talking to everybody and I do it for like an hour or something, okay? But I have this shining bright light in my life now. And this includes, oh my God, I had this in my heart and I tried to discuss it with Shannon, but she's like a child. I could never discuss anything adult with her.
It's because she's still a child. And you are too. God, he looks terrible.
Nothing. I had this thing in my heart that, holy shit, you're getting older, dude. And the Davis, or the Egroff side of my family, my dad, there ain't too many Egroffs out there, man. So it's like God pricked it, my heart. He's like, dude, you should have a kid. It's just there. Am I prepared to have a child? No. I should have a career. I should have stable income, all this stuff. I agree. But it's there, and every time I tried to discuss it with her as just an adult, she would just attack me about it. Oh, you just want to go be a whore with other younger women because I'm a sterile old woman. Huh? No. Sorry, I was just trying to tell you that I do have this issue inside of me about procreation, and I just.
Well, Shanny, maybe he wants to have sex with somebody that doesn't weigh a quarter of a ton. Just a thought. Maybe he wants to have sex with someone that he doesn't have to slap a thigh and ride the wave in. Or roll you in flour just to find the wet spot.
I thought we were two adults that were in a relationship that I could talk to you about such an issue with my girl. And oh, you're attacking me. What? Okay. That was the type of bullshit I was dealing with her. Any kind of adult conversation would turn into a fight because she didn't want to talk about adult shit. Honey, you should probably go get some mental help after the William thing. It was bad. No, it's not. I'm just going to tell my problems to somebody and it doesn't mean anything and I'm not going to do it. I don't need any help. Yeah, okay, fucking whatever. Bullshit. Bullshit. So, me, myself, and I got to a point where I was like, look, I want a fucking future. The woman sitting next to me here wanted to rot and die immediately.
Hey, free plus tax.
My loins are going, yeah, you should probably have a child, and you feel like you're 25 physically, almost. Mentally, I'm a wreck, which is why I'm going to fix that, okay? But physically, I feel good. I get fucked like a yoga teacher, So you know what? God shined a light so bright to me and said, there she is. The question is, Jay, are you going to remain in this slavery that you've been in? That's the question. Are you strong enough to cut through the shit that you know has been bullshit for years and start what your actual life should be with a partner that supports what I want to do? Doesn't want to make fun of me for a fucking act that I wanted to make some money with. A partner that will actually support what I think is fucking funny or cool. Because I didn't have that with her. If she didn't like something, I couldn't do it. You guys were right. She was always controlling my behavior. Always. If it was something she didn't like, oh, well, she's not controlling me, guys. No, not at all. It's what I wanted. Yeah, no, it was bullshit. She was controlling me. Every time you guys said, oh, there she is, she forced him on to beg for money.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. You're just confirming what we already know. And I'm sorry, guys, but my back is fucking killing me. And I'm going to have to stop here. I want to thank everybody that came and saw me. You guys rock. I don't care if you're here for 10 minutes, 10 seconds, the whole thing. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. You know why? Well, do you? It's because nobody else will. Now, y'all take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Peace.